It's what Hungarian horntails love best.
Did you hear something?
No, only quiet. And maybe one raindrop. Who do you think is the ugliest girl in school? Buckbeak for sure. Yeah, Buckbeak. O'Goyle rules. Am I bleeding? No. 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 No.
Are you talking about my Horcruxes?
No.
There it is, he's gone, and he's hung me out to dry. The joy he said he felt, well, I guess it was a lie. But when I had him, my life was fine. When I had him, he was mine. He'd share his thoughts, be a friend, stick with me until the end. Watch a movie, roller skate, fill the world with fear and hate. And I'm missing you. I'm just missing you. Now I'm all alone. Now you're gone for good. Now I'm stuck right here, wishing I understood. You gave me hope when my spells weren't right. You gave me someone to hold every night. And I'm missing you. I'm just missing you. I'm just missing you. I'm just missing you.
Wait, let me redo that. Beep beep, marker, and action. If this homemade dog mark doesn't convince you... Whoops, sorry. Take 2. Action. If this homemade dog mark doesn't convince you, then at least hear me out. Okay. Talk louder. I realize I realized something when I had my body back grown. I realized that life, well, it's messy and complicated. And you would think that killing people would make them like you. But it doesn't. It just makes them dead. And when everyone else is dead, you're alone. And I would sit there, alone, and think to myself, maybe with Quirrell, everything would be okay. Is okay good? Quirrell, okay is wonderful. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. Like, it's very red. It's very red in here. It's very red in here. Red, red, red. It reminds me of Hunt's tomato ketchup. Oh, I put it back. Never mind. Hunt's tomato ketchup is what Hungarian horntails love best. Are you talking about my Horcruxes? If this homemade dog mark won't convince you, what business do you have on Mars?
What do you want with a rocket ship? What business do you have on Mars?
Well, let's just say, pig farts, here I come. Pig farts, yum, yum, yum.
Well, you know, while doing this movie, I'm playing the character Voldemort. Playing the character Voldemort was very interesting because, first of all, he's a guy. Second of all, he is like pale. Voldemort! Harry bellowed, and Hagrid was so shocked he stopped crying. And he fainted. I have to take a shower. Then he turned slowly on the spot. Harry would have screamed, but he couldn't make a sound. Where there should have been a back to Quirrell's head, there was a face, the most terrible face Harry had ever seen. It was chalk white, with glaring red eyes and slits for nostrils like a snake. "Harry Potter," it whispered. Harry tried to take a step backward, but his legs wouldn't move. "See what I have become," the face said. "Mere shadow and vapour. I form only when I can share another's body. But there have always been those willing to let me into their hearts and minds." "Don't be a fool," snarled the face. "Better save your own life and join me, or you'll meet the same end as your parents. They died begging me for mercy." "Liar!" Harry shouted suddenly. Quirrell was walking backward at him, so that Voldemort could still see him. The evil face was now smiling. "How touching!" it hissed. "I always value bravery." "Never!" Harry sprang toward the flame door, but Voldemort screamed, "Seize him!" And the next second, Harry felt Quirrell's hand close on his wrist. At once a needle-sharp pain seared across Harry's scar. His head felt as though it was about to split in two. He yelled, struggling with all his might, and to his surprise, Quirrell let go of him. The pain in his head lessened. He looked around wildly to see where Quirrell had gone, and saw him hunched in pain, looking at his fingers. They were blistering before his eyes. "Seize him! Seize him!" shrieked Voldemort again, and Quirrell lunged, knocking Harry clean off his feet, landing on top of him, both hands around Harry's neck. "Master, I cannot hold him! My hands, my hands!" And Quirrell, though pinning Harry to the ground with his knees, let go of his neck and stared, bewildered at his own palms. "Then kill him, fool, and be done!" screeched Voldemort. Quirrell raised his hand to perform a deadly curse, but Harry, by instinct, reached up and grabbed Quirrell's face. "Arrgh!" Seriously, those 2 pages are the only point in this book when you can actually visibly see Quirrell and Voldemort interacting. I really think that's unfair. It's totally unfair. I mean, they have such an amazing relationship. Parasite and host. Friends. But they only get 2 pages. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. No.